ayahuasca I did, and I've done it a bunch of times now. That was, I'm not even going to front, that I was an atheist, and I took ayahuasca, and I am no longer an atheist.
Explain. I need to hear more of this story, Neal. Wow. You didn't tell me this part.
This is a big one. Like, this is almost like, can't talk about it on the radio. Okay. Basically, your ayahuasca is, it's like a you know, it's plant medicine, right? That's what they call it. They call it mushrooms and weed plant medicine, and now they call, ayahuasca is the original plant medicine. It's from the Amazon. It's the cultures around the Amazon have been doing it for thousands of years, right? Mm-hmm. And it is a God hack. Wow. In my experience, it is a God hack.
So you saw God, or you heard him?
Here's what. Okay. There was a point where, you know, the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, the movie, where before their faces melt, when the angels are flying around, I basically was like, oh, this is that.
Wow.
I'm experiencing a connection to the central beam.
Wow.
Yeah, like literally like ultralight beam, where I was like, oh, this is, I did it with Rock. Chris talked about it, right? Mm-hmm. He had an experience. All I'm going to say is that motherfucker sobbed for 7 hours straight.
Wow.
Damn.
Like, it was wild.
See, I'm into that. If I'm going to do plant-based medicine, I want to feel those kind of spiritual connections.
It's the most profound experience I've ever had.
And you have to have a shaman there, right?
You got to have a shaman. And you gotta have a good shaman, as a matter of fact. Like, because I've had like a rickety shaman and a good
what
shaman.
What makes one rickety?
I can't even get into it.
Rickety shaman sounds.
Yeah, rickety shaman. That's you know what? Have you heard Rickety Shaman's mixtape? Rickety Shaman has some hot. He got joints on there, man. So yeah, if you can experience ayahuasca, do it. It is. And the person who told me about it. He didn't know I'd done it. I texted him. I was like, I've done it a bunch of times now. And he called me on the phone, and I said, yo, you didn't tell me it was a God portal.
Wow.
And he's like, I couldn't. And I go, why not? And he goes, because you wouldn't believe me, and you wouldn't have done it.
Wow.
So I truly went. It was like I had a God. It's the only spiritual experience I've ever had.
So you never felt God before that ever?
Never, because I grew up Catholic. So it's like you're just all you get are rules.
Does it happen every time?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
No, that's interesting what you just said, because you're describing religion versus spirituality.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not about, in my experience, Catholicism was never about what I experienced with ayahuasca. It was about rules and don't touch your dick and let the priest do that. That's what priests are for. Just like just rules, and like you shall not, and you should not, just all these nots, and spare the rod, spoil the child, which is the Bible's way of saying, hey, child abuse, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Just all these crazy discipline things. Mm-hmm. And this was about a non-judgmental, I'm a better person for having done it. And like I was driving in LA at night one time recently, and I saw a homeless guy pushing himself up a hill in a wheelchair, and I just pulled over and was like, hey man, you need help? Not for good boy points, not like, hey God, haha. Mm-hmm. It was just because like I couldn't not help the dude. Stuff like that. Like I'm a better person for having done it. And here's one you're gonna like. Haven't taken antidepressants since.
Really?
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, like it's so I'm not here.
Wow.
Look, go to unacceptableshow.com for my show. But this is a big thing.
Do you pray now?
I don't pray. Every morning, I didn't do it this morning. But every morning I try to connect to that I am a sliver of this infinite thing.
Yeah.
And we all are.
Yeah.
Like it makes it easy. It just makes it. I see you as like a sliver. You're like, we're all
part of the universe,
slivers of this central beam. And again, I'm glad people knew me before this, because this is not what I was. I'm not like I'm a markedly different person, but talking like this is. So if you can get it. But
I heard it makes you shit on yourself though, potentially.
That's the thing. People go like, did you puke? Think about the millions of people who puke from alcohol every night. Millions
With no
every
spiritual
night.
experience.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then people are like, I heard it makes you puke. Have you heard of alcohol? Dog,
It is a terrible, but does it? Because I know Chelsea,
I've only-
they did the Chelsea
man.
does drugs.
I puked once with a rickety shaman. That's why I puked. I drank too much and rickety shaman didn't stop me. And I puked, but normally it's pretty,
Chill. Okay.
yeah.
You mean
like,
you drink too much ayahuasca?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I can't wait to do it. I'm doing it.
Yeah, dude.
Hopefully this
I
year.
mean, like, I would, if you want to bypass it, if you want to bypass shrooms and all that stuff, like, it makes shrooms look like pop rocks.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it's as a profound, it's just the most profound thing that's ever happened.